The quote I chose was, "Deceit is the weapon of greed." When I googled this, I was led to Clone Wars, and apparently it was used in Star Wars Clone Wars. So naturally it made me think about the Empire being the greedy and deceitful ones. So I thought that the Empire is obviously a very evil and imperial force that's destroyed planets and civilizations. But furthermore, this quote talks about the apparent greed of mankind, which is really nothing new to us. It's very clear that many people are greedy, and many people are willing to step across moral and ethical boundaries to get what they want. When I first heard the quote, I kind of had this idea of me thinking about sometime when I'm really striving for something, really eager to obtain something, and kind of having this sort of irrational desire for either achieving or obtaining something that's kind of so misguided and so unilateral that like all logic and um, thinking of others kind of goes out the door. And I feel like this can happen to a lot of people where the prize and the goal becomes such a fixation and such a lust for that it's absolutely can take control of the mind in a lot of ways. That's just one thought, but moving further, I like to talk about the weapon part of this quote because deceit is the weapon of greed, implying that there is some action going on with there, some damage being done. So that naturally made me think about some of these big-time Ponzi schemers and con men who have really stolen millions from other people through lies and sleight of hand. While this quote can easily fit into a scenario about those guys where someone uses deceit to take money or resources, it can also be interpreted in a sense of someone um, doing physical or emotional damage to another person. Let me explain. If a greedy person was in a relationship, they could use another person for reassurance and comfort, and at the same time use that person as an emotional dumping ground. So in this scenario, the greedy person would be taking that person's positive energy and compassion and really using them, and it could be in a very, very deceitful way as pretending to be someone they're not and being really emotionally and mentally manipulative of people. So that obviously happens a lot. And just greed in general, it's a very, very common flaw in a lot of people, and it occurs on every level of our society. So that's really what I think this quote applies to.